Okay, so we come over here today to try to figure out what this lifter tick was in Cousin Eddie, and we thought we had it, and we don't. We're gonna put lifters in. It's a lifter problem, we think. But anyway, so we put that back together, and I brought this engine over here to Brian to put together, and I took this block. I won't tell what machine shop I took it to, but he punched the block 30 over, and I had him polish the crank, and he said he went, is it 10 under? Is that the term? Oh, 10 under, whatever it is. Went 10 under. I said, I'll check it out, because when me and Brian took his motor apart, this is the blue motor out of the original donor truck, the red and white, or the tan and red doors and tailgate you see on the truck. When we took it out of the truck, we just kind of scooted it a little bit, and the crank bumped the bench leg, and we saw it move. I mean, like, and we both looked at each other because we noticed it, and we was like, I've never seen one do that before. Well, right here, the machine shop completely missed this, and I think they ought to caught it, but look at how worn. I mean, you can see the gap, and Brian will show you with the screwdriver. Watch how much it moves.
So this should be about between 5 and well, no, I take it back. It should be between 2 and 5 thousandths. So this one, if you pinch it all the way, what you have, let me pinch it back up right here. So if you look right here, you should have between 2 and 5 thousandths right here. This one has 28 thousandths right there. So, and it's due to this wear on this thrust ring right here. So this crank is junk. Yeah. So why don't you have a crank before we can go any farther?
And we're still up in the air on what cam's actually going to end up in it, because we don't really know where the motor. We was planning on putting the motor in here, but if we can hush this tick up with a new set of lifters and not have to go all the way into it, that's what we want to do, because the van runs fine, got enough power, and we want to build this motor a little on the rowdy side, and that's just going to show the tall gear in the van, and the turbo 350 is going to take a dump when it gets up against roughly what, twice the horsepower.
Yeah.
But anyway, we was on a roll till the crank pulled us back down again. But anyway, this is Brian Hessrods, at Hessrods on Instagram. My brother, he's one of the 4. We're going to be trying to make some content, and I guess we'll have another update. I don't know what will be next, but we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Okay, so to measure this, you want to take a screwdriver or something and push the crank as far forward as it'll go, and then you keep trying different size feeler gauges. For this particular one, it's a 20 and an 8, and so what'll go right here between the crank and that thrust bearing, whatever will fit in there. For this one, 28 thousandths, that tells you what your thrust clearance is. So if you're going to do some shade tree rebuild of a small block Chevy, especially a Gen 1, 60s to 80s, you know, when that, I would highly recommend buying this book right here. So get you a good look at that. And I'm not paid to say that. This, no doubt, is the best book ever. It tells you all the clearances. It's got step-by-step how to break it down, things that you should measure. It's how I knew that this thrust was wrong on this crankshaft. So if you're going to shade tree it like we do most of the time, yep, I've had really good luck. As long as you follow the instructions in the book, anybody can do it. So
even me can follow the instructions in that book. It's good.
So get you one of these and you do it yourself.
Gen 1 swap the world.